invite both of you to describe about the Bane of social media. Can I open the discussion?
Oh yeah. Let's get it started.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sure you have all seen the recent report about youth mental health. It showed 40% increase in anxiety among Malaysian youth. And social media has been named of one of the main causes. As someone from the Ministry of Education, I find this extremely concerning. Our young generation is under growing pressure to live up unrealistic standards online.
Yes, why not? I completely agree with you. At our NGO, Mindset Malaysia, we see this every day. Teenagers come to us saying that feel not good enough. They compare their life to influencers who always look perfect in online. It's heartbreaking to see how their confidence is affected by something so artificial.
That's so true. As a parent, I noticed the same thing at home. My daughter once said, "Mama, why am I not pretty as the girls in the Instagram?" She was only 14, It made me realize how social media quietly changed how children see themselves.
Yes, that's exactly the issue. Social media today has created what we call a highlight reel culture. Everyone only posts the best part of their life, such as holidays, expensive food, and perfect smile. If students see this every day, they start thinking, why is not my life that exciting? If we implement proper education on digital wellness, it will help our youth separate online illusion from reality.
I see your point. But I feel that education alone is enough. The algorithms themselves are part of the problem. They show users only what's glamorous or popular, and this build a false picture of life. If we teach students how this algorithm works, they be more aware that social media is designed to keep them scrolling, not to make them happy.
I agree. However, parents must play their role too. We can't depend only on schools. This approach is the most practical because families spend the most time with children at home. We can guide them to limit their screen time, talk about what they see online, or even can remind them that life is measured in likes.
That's a good point. Datin Amira, still, some parents don't know where to begin. The ministry is planning workshops to help parents understand online behavior and mental health. When school, NGO, and families work together, we can create a healthier digital culture.
Why didn't swap? You know, I met a 16 years old girl last month who refused to go to school because she thought she wasn't pretty enough. Because she compared herself to people online all the time. When I asked how long she spent on her phone, and she said, almost 8 hours a day.
My God,
That's a long hour.
That's not just beauty. That's not just about beauty. It's about identity and belonging.
That's very sad. I've seen similar things too. Some students stay up late editing videos just to get more likes. They wake up tired and distracted at class, and eventually they lose interest in studying at home or meeting real friends in real life. If you don't step in early, it will lead to long-term emotional damage.
Yes, this is what we call digital dependence. When students rely on attention to feel happy, it affects their concentration, mood, and their sleep. At school, teachers report students falling asleep in class or showing sudden mood swing. That's why we emphasizing digital relation, helping students manage pressure and emotion caused by social media.
I agree with that approach why we not work again. At our NGO, we run one program that we call is Behind the Screen. We invite influencers to talk openly about how much of their content is edited or staged. When students realize that what they see isn't 100% real, it takes away the pressure. If most schools adopt this kind of awareness sections, it will change slowly how young people think about online professions.
That's wonderful. And for parents, we're trying to create a digital parenting module. It's kind of guide that helps parents to understand social media apps or privacy settings and mental health signs. If we implement this plan across the school, it will make every parent more confident in guiding their children.
That's a great idea, Dr. Amira. From the minister's side, we can definitely collaborate. This partnership is the most effective way forward because it unites three key groups: educators, parents, and NGO to create consistent digital education across all levels.
I see your point, maybe that's right. But I feel that we also need stricter regulation from the social media companies themselves. School and parents can only do much. That platform must take responsibility for harmful content and cyberbullying.
I agree with you, but I think that waiting for platforms to change might take too long. In the meantime, we should focus on what can we control, our own family and our own community education.
That's fair. Both sides are important. Internal education and external regulation. We need both privilege and protection.
At the end of the day, I just hope our youth remember this. What you see in online is not always the full story. Your value isn't measured by followers or filters.
Exactly. We must keep reminding our children that real life happens offline. That's with faith, but confidence, kindness, and character will stay.
Well said. If we work together, government, NGO, and parents, I think we can make social media a tool for learning, not a trap for anxiety. Let's keep this conversation going for the sake of our generation.
Yes, let's keep it together.
Yeah.
Thank you for the discussion.
Thank you, everyone.
that, Bane. As parents, how do you think the constant exposure to idealized lives on social media affects your children's self-esteem and mental well-being? And what steps can parents take to help them manage these pressures?
Thank you, Nabiha, for that question. And I'm from the Parents Association. And to answer that question, the constant exposure of children and adolescents to idealized portrayals of life on social media platforms has been shown to negatively affect their self-esteem and overall mental well-being. When young individuals compare their real life to seemingly perfect images and achievement displayed online, they often experience feeling of inadequacy, envy, and self-doubt. This phenomenon, known as social comparison, it can contribute to heighten the levels of anxiety and decrease their life satisfaction among youth because of the perfectly seeming picture on the online platform. As a parent myself, and we also as a parents play a crucial role in mitigating these adverse effects. Firstly, open communication between parents and children is essential in fostering media literacy and helping young people to understand that much of what they see online is curated or exaggerated. Secondly, parents should encourage a balanced lifestyle by promoting offline activities that enhance self-worth, such as sport, creative hobbies, and family engagement. Lastly, setting healthy boundaries for social media use. Through time limits or content supervision, it can help children to develop a healthier relationship with technology. As we can know, technology is our main thing now, and it helps us to improve our life. It's not only our doom like that, but in essence, parental awareness and active involvement serve as a protective factors that can reduce the psychological burden caused by the highlighted real culture of social media. And that's all from me. Thank you, Nabiha, again for that question.